biggest story of the week rocked the NBA world on Friday. A trade unlike any we've seen in Utah before. A blockbuster deal. The Utah Jazz trading away the centerpiece of their team. Rudy Gobert is now a member of the Minnesota Timberwolves, and the Jazz, they were very well compensated in this deal. The Jazz receiving 5 players and 4 future first-round draft picks with the option to swap another first-round pick with the Timberwolves in the future. There is no trade in Jazz history that even compares to this. When the Jazz sent 2-time All-Star Darren Williams to the Nets, they received Devin Harris, Derek Favors, and 2 future first-round picks in return. But he also didn't leave the same hole in the heart of Jazz fans that Gobert does after 9 seasons in Utah. So why is Rudy's value so much higher? Why is their team willing to give so much more? Well, here's a few good reasons. Rudy was a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. Only 2 players have more, and he's been a selection to each of the last 3 All-Star games. He was named to 4 All-NBA teams and has received 6 straight All-Defensive Team selections. In short, he's a difference maker on the court and a future Hall of Famer. It wasn't until late Friday night that Rudy acknowledged the trade on social media. He did so with a heartfelt message to Jazz fans and the residents of Utah. He says, quote, "Utah, I was just a kid from France when I got here 9 years ago, but I felt embraced and supported since day one. I've grown as a man and as a player before your very eyes, and I'm thankful from every single moment. Utah and its community will always have a special place in my heart. Thank you. The journey continues. Much love, 27. Well, Gobert has had a number of very memorable moments during his time in Utah. Do you remember this one? When he was a rookie, you know, no matter what the sport is, you can't escape a little friendly rookie hazing by the teammates. And shortly after he joined the Jazz, he fell victim to the classic fill your car with popcorn prank. Richard Jefferson was the mastermind behind this one. One of those welcome to the NBA moments for Rudy. We'll continue to share more Rudy Gobert moments throughout the show tonight. It is going to be difficult to fill the paint at Vivint Arena in the same manner that Rudy Gobert did, but the Jazz, they're a professional sports business, and right now, they're in the business of change, and the Minnesota Timberwolves were willing to make it worth their while in this trade. Take a look at what they're sending to Utah. First, the 5 players. Guard Malik Beasley, who averaged career highs in points, assists, and rebounds the past 2 seasons with the Timberwolves. Guard Patrick Beverley, who brings 10 years of NBA experience with him. There's big man Jared Vanderbilt, played a career-high 74 games with the Wolves last season, averaging career highs across the board. And forward Leandro Bolmaro. There are 4 first-round draft picks. The 2023, 25, and 27 picks are unprotected, then a top 5 protected pick in 29. But you could say 5 first-round picks if you consider center Walker Kessler. He was the 26th overall pick in just this last month's NBA draft. Now, Kessler's the name that stands out in return for the Jazz in this deal. He's the 7'1", 20-year-old center out of Auburn. He led the nation with 4.6 blocks per game to go with 11 points and 8 rebounds. He was an All-American and SEC Defensive Player of the Year, and the Jazz now control his rights for the next several years on his rookie contract. Well, do you think the Jazz are done wheeling and dealing? Well, if they are, this is what the Jazz roster looks like. They currently have 8 guards on the roster after adding Beverley, Beasley, and Bolmaro. They also added Nickeil Alexander-Walker at last season's trade deadline. The front court, not quite as deep. Bojan, Rudy Gay, and Jared Vanderbilt are their only forwards. Xavier Sneed is on the roster with a 2-way contract, and the newly acquired Kessler joins Udoka Azubuike at center. Considering the makeup, all signs here point to the Jazz likely making another move this offseason.